Hello everybody, Cubetwist here. Today I'm going to show you my top 5 worst cubes. So today I'm going to be making another kind of top 5 video, and instead of being my favorite cubes, it's going to be my worst cubes, or least favorite I guess. So we'll start things off with this one. It's one that a lot of you will probably disagree with because some people actually use it for their mains in the event. And that is Square-1, and the cube is a Cubetwist Square-1. And the thing that I really don't like about it is, actually let me just do an algorithm on it. So let's do the parity algorithm. Let me try that again. The parity algorithm. The parity algorithm. The parity algorithm. Okay, yeah, this cube pops a lot. And yeah, I know some people, like maybe less experienced Square-1 solvers, may not find this quite as annoying. If you do it really slowly, you can get it to work without popping, sometimes. But any sort of corner cutting, it will just explode. And so many of you guys will probably say, so what, just turn slower. But really, like, I want to be able to do an algorithm on this. If you try and corner cut it at all, like even that little tiny bit, it will pop out. I don't even want to do it anymore now. Don't even want to turn this cube. I'm just gonna throw that cube away and not use it again, because like you should be able to turn it even if you try and corner cut it and it doesn't work. It shouldn't pop and explode everywhere. It's just meh. And like after using a cube like this, like that, which is kind of equivalent to a way long if you have 3x3s, this is my main. Like, you can use the way long, it's perfectly fine, but then you get a Rubik's brand out. It's not very good, but you can still turn it. It's not gonna like pop and explode everywhere when you use it. This one is really good. This one does pop everywhere when you try and use it. So yeah, this is just like not my favorite cube. So yeah, for now I'm just gonna put that off to the side and never touch it again. Because next one up is another one that you may never touch again after getting another one of these cubes, the V Cube 6. And I know this one isn't very exciting. You probably already know why this isn't very good. It's a V Cube puzzle. It was the first 6x6, and it was quite revolutionary at the time. You see, you have these extra large layers on the outside to make it so it doesn't fall apart when you turn it halfway, and it has this innovative clicking mechanism, aka the most annoying alignment mechanism in the world. So the reason this one is bad is obvious. Just listen to that. Here, I'll put it up next to my microphone. Yeah, it's bad. Like, just trying to finger trick it. If you try and finger trick it normally, you just do that. Yeah. It's bad, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part is if you're kind of speed cubing it a little bit. Occasionally, you'll just be turning the middle layer, yeah, just like this. It's not that hard to get it to do this. And then you'll notice you can't turn any of these layers. None of these, none of that, none of that. You can turn this layer, and you can turn the middle layer, but you can't turn any of these other axes. And the reason is there's an inner layer inside. It's actually a 7x7 on the inside. And you see, can't really tell where it is, but somewhere there's a screw down there. It's kind of like right here in the middle, where it should be actually in the center of the piece, and got out of alignment, and now you have to do this a little bit until it finally clicks back in. And yeah, it's just not a very good cube to solve. Like, you could not speed cube with this unless you do some serious modification. But yeah, it's just also not my favorite puzzle. And it's a cube that I never have used after getting the new V Cube 6, which actually isn't that bad. And if you have something like a Moyu, this is just like completely useless, and it's just horrible. So yeah, let's just put that one away and get out the next one. Oh gosh, this one is a cheap one. It's a dollar store one. It is the Sudoku 3x3. And it's actually solved right now. The solution to this cube is you have to get all the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on every side. So just like this, all the numbers are on the right sides and everything. And like, first of all, just look at the centers. 2 of the centers are 1s. One of the centers is a 4. There's 6, 5, and a 7, and that just annoys me. They're not the same. Like, couldn't you put like a 9 or an 8 or something that's not on all the rest of the centers? Why 2 1s? Just like, what? But that's not even the worst part about this cube. The worst part is I have another one, which is pretty much the exact same thing. And yeah, it doesn't look that bad. You can, wait, what was that? Yeah, a sticker just came flying off, went over there somewhere. Oh, that happened to another one. Let's say I got my fingernails, if they're a little bit longer, got them stuck on one of these stickers. Oh, they came off. Try and put it back on. Nothing sticky about it at all. It's not even a sticker. It's just like they put it on there and expected it to stay. And all these other stickers, I didn't even try to have them come off. Like, I have a bunch of them sitting over in my closet, and they just kind of fell off from me trying to use it. Yeah. So, this is pretty much the cheapest cube ever. Mechanism is horrible too. It can barely even turn. Yeah, look at that. But yeah, I don't really have to say anything more about this cube. Just look at this. Not even sticky. Now next up no, there's another sticker. Next up after this one, put that back, is another kind of higher layer puzzle. It's 5x5. It's the Rubik's 5x5. And what the heck? I'm turning this layer and this layer isn't turning with it. That is weird. But that's not even the bad part about it. So occasionally what will happen is you'll just be kind of turning it and what? The center got spun around. Okay. That's weird. Yeah. Have you ever seen a 5x5 that did that before? And it's not even like popping out. It's stuck in there. Like, it's really hard to get out. If you know how to take it apart, it will come out eventually. And that's not to mention another bad part of this cube, which is it's basically impossible to take apart. Really, really hard. But yeah, it does that when you're in the middle of solving it. It just, piece will just like, bloop, flip around. Yeah. And that's not even the horrible part, is it turns bad and just locks up every single turn that you do. Like, yeah, it's trying to do an algorithm on this, just on the 3x3 part of it. Oh, center almost turned. Oh, center did turn. Oh, it turned again. Oh, it moved back. There we go, T-perm. So yeah, when turning any of the layers individually, it may not seem very bad. It's actually quite fast and a little bit, like, bumpy, I guess, but it doesn't seem that bad. But when you try and turn another layer off that, it has zero corner cutting whatsoever at all because of the inner mechanism. It's actually a 3x3. These pieces are a 3x3 of it. The centers and edges and corners and everything, those form a 3x3, and these pieces are just kind of like put in the middle of it. And the 3x3 has like interlocking mechanism pieces, so it's just impossible to turn or do anything with it. Yeah. So, never gonna use this 5x5 again. Like, I have a Yushin. So much better. I just can't even say anything else bad about it because it's so bad. But the worst thing is, that's not even the worst cube on this list. The worst cube is one with a horrible design that shouldn't even ever have been a puzzle. The Super Square Star, or Super Square-1 Star, or the star-shaped Super Square-1, or I don't even know what the name is. It's just, I don't even know. But look at this thing. It may seem like a kind of cool puzzle at the start. You do that, you can kind of turn. Wait, it doesn't really turn. That's weird. You turn. Oh, there we go. Got it to turn. You can turn each of these little sides like this. This piece is kind of weird. It's both red and then a white. And then you do this and you turn. You turn. And it doesn't like to turn at all. So you see this little middle part, the core of it, it turns completely individually of all these pieces. So you see I can kind of rotate it around, rotate all these other pieces around, and it just like does nothing. And so that means once you get it aligned again, it'll be out of alignment, just like that. And it's really hard to get back. It's kind of awkward. You get to push down on it really hard, and then get it back into place, into a place you can turn it, hopefully, sometimes. There we go. And it's just so wobbly, you can never really get it into alignment. And it turns really bad. And it's just, I've never actually solved this puzzle because I never really wanted to turn it for a very long time because it's just so painful. When I first got it, I thought like the inner pieces would be bandaged to like maybe one of these pieces on the edges so that when you turned a certain layer, it would turn along with it. But no, it just turns independently of everything else and does that all the time. And yeah, that's really the bad part about this puzzle. You can never turn it. Sometimes you can line up this layer and line up all the rest of the layers with it. But yeah, it's really hard to talk about these bad cubes because it's pretty obvious what's bad about them. So I really don't have to explain what's bad about them. So yeah, there you go. It's a bad cube. Never would use it or learn how to solve it or anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention the screw's a little bit too big on inside of there, and so there's always a piece that's kind of awkwardly bulging out like that, and you can't stop it. And if you screw it in a little bit tighter, it'll just come out the other side. So yeah, that's kind of a fail. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video about all of these bad cubes that you should never ever buy. Basically the worst cubes in my collection. They're not all that bad. There are some cubes out there that are worse, like the Cube for You Gigaminx is one of the notable ones, and just other cheaper cubes of different things like the floppy cube or maybe a 2x2 or something. But yeah, there's a lot worse cubes than this, but these are just the worst ones that I could find in my collection. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like down below if you liked it. I hope you enjoyed. Leave some suggestions for future top 5 videos. Maybe I don't know, the best speed cubes or something. I don't know. I don't really have very good ideas for this series. These are the 2 obvious ones. But yeah, leave some more suggestions down below. Stay subscribed to be notified when another video like this comes out. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave those down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!